few words about myself. As my teacher said, my name is Ulrich Tishma, and I am a student of second year in Nikola Tesla High School in Budapest, where Professor Gordon is my mathematics teacher. And I've been playing piano and going to music school for 8 years now. And today I will try to present and show you the connection between mathematics and music. So, before I start, I would like to apologize for a little technical limitation we will have today. So the whole impression might not be the same as I expected, but I will still try to do my best. Alright, so music, the perfect harmony of all sciences and arts, is a daily phenomenon in the life of modern human. In ancient times, music was used as a method of medical treatment for the purpose of relaxation and physical relief. Moreover, it has been scientifically proven that music affects the growth and behavior of living organisms, which can be observed in various experiments. Therefore, music as a factor in the living environment has occupied the attention of many scientists who have been trying to find the connections between music and other sciences for centuries now. And what they have noted is the greatest connection between mathematics and music. The great collision of two sciences occurs precisely in these cubes I will show you today. Across of unlimited freedom, creativity, and pure poetics of music and clear strictness and precision of mathematics, creates a perfect system that will be ideally suited for the act of composing an idea of making music. The inspiring cubes vividly show their genius and wide application among many in this field as well. Alright, each musical composition is clearly determined by matching, that is, the type of beat, which we will express the shape of our cubes. And first, we have a triangular shape that, due to number of its sides and angles, is associated with 3/4 times beat. The 3/4 times beat is characteristic by its character of grace that is ideally suited for many waltzes and dances. For example, we have Shostakovich Waltz No. 2. Alright, the second shape of the cubes we have is the shape of the square, thank you. The shape of the square that by its clear definition can be really associated with 4/4 times. And here's an example. And last but not least, the regularity of circular shape could really associate us with 6/8 times with beat that goes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. But due to the slight irregularity, as you can see in the shape itself, we can really neglect the magical restrictions in this case and call that beat as absolute, which means free. Alright, in addition to the shape of the cubes, the composition will also be influenced by the colors on them. They affect the type of tonality, character, the theme, dynamics, and articulation. On a single cube, we can notice 4 colors, and every one is red, yellow, blue, and green. Red, yellow, blue, and green, as you can see. And we'll divide them according to their surface area. But first, let's talk about colors a little bit. The colors represented in the cubes, as I said, are red, blue, green, and yellow. But what do they symbolize? Well, red is a very hot color. It's associated with fire, violence, and warfare. It's also associated with love and passion. This is the color of importance, which can be seen in stoplights, red carpets, etc. And yellow is often considered as the brightest and most energizing of all warm colors. Yellow is the color of hope. It's associated with happiness and sunshine. Well, as I said, yellow is the color of hope, as can be seen in the countries when yellow ribbons are displayed by families who have loved ones at war. Second is green color, and green is a really down-to-earth color. It represents new beginnings and growth. Green has many of the same calming attributes that blue has, but it incorporates some of the energy of yellow. Green is the color of nature. And blue. Blue represents both the sky and the sea. And it is associated with open spaces, freedom, intuition, imagination, inspiration, and sensitivity. In accordance with the symbolism of the given colors, their functions in the composition will be defined. The dominant color on the cubes indicates the type of tonality. So, if it's the red color of red, then our composition will be major. So, for example, we can have an international well-known lullaby that goes like, I think you'll recognize it. Blue color directs us to melodic minor, green to natural minor, and yellow to harmonic minor. Then the first color of less surfaces, this one, has an influence on the character or tempo of the theme. Because of its passion, just let me find the right one. Alright. Because of its passion and seduction, the color red will denote the performance of the theme as appassionato, which means passionate. The peace and tranquility of the blue, which can be seen in this one, will be expressed through the piacevole way of playing, which means calm. And the vivo style suits the color green, the color of nature. Vivo means natural and cheerful. The beautiful yellow color, with its brightness and warmth, can be associated with a soothing moderato tempo, which means moderate. Alright, now, when we know the three important things about this cube is the shape, the dominant color, and the first color of less surface, let's try to make a little improvisation on this composition I played a little while ago. So let's take this one. We have it's really the one I played. Let's take this one. So the first thing we see is the shape, and the shape is the square, which means it is 4 quarter times. Next thing we see is the dominant color, which is yellow, that, as I said earlier, it leads us to harmonic minor. And the third thing we see is the first color of the less surface, which is blue, and it means that we are going to play it, I think it's piacevole, I'm not sure, let me check. Yeah, it's piacevole. So let's try and see how this would sound and see if there's any changes. A little while ago we had an opportunity to hear this composition in major scale. Now let's try it in harmonic minor. So as you can see, there is a bit of a difference between these two, and the further we go, the more variations could be possible for us to make. The next thing we're going to look at is the second color of flat surface, the surface area, and it determines the dynamic of the theme. Dynamics as a factor in the music itself plays a big role, because even the smallest change can affect the overall experience of the composition. The nature of our colors affect the dynamic label we will stick to. Red colors represent forte, blue represents mezzo piano, which means moderately quiet, green is for mezzo forte, which means moderately loud, and yellow is for piano, quiet. The color of the smallest surface, the color of the smallest surface refers to the articulation, the manner of playing, as well as the dynamics has a great influence on the general feeling of the composition. The expressiveness of the red color will be representing through the striking tenuto. The endless freedom of the blue color lies in legato. Green color is determined by the excited staccato, and the singing yellow color is performed by cantabile, which means performed in a singing manner. So now we have all of the important things we need to know about these cubes. So let's try the theme from a little while ago, but with all of these things. So let's take any one of these. I think this would be the right one. So we have a shape, that is the first thing that matters. That is triangular shape, which means it's 3/4 times beat. The color of the dominant color is yellow, which leads us to harmonic minor. The first color of smaller surface is blue, which leads us to piacevole style of playing. The second color of the smaller surface is green, which means that we are going to play mezzo forte, and the color of smaller surface is red, and that means that we are going to play it tenuto. Alright, so let's see how that will sound like. That was the variation for a little while ago. Now let's apply this. It's 3/4 times beat. So, as you can see, there's a bit of a difference. So yeah, that was the opportunity to slip famous international lullaby to our system. But now we're going to try it with original composition that I made on my own. And originally it's a waltz, and that could really suit this one, this cube. But we are going to try to mix the cubes and give them a different. I'm sorry. Anyway, a different position, and let's see how that affects the composition. So I'm going to play it originally first. let's change the position of cubes and see how this will affect the composition. So, let's leave the beginning, the first part the same, and we're going to, you see it this way. The first part will be the same. The second one, we can try to change the whole idea of composition and make it 4/4 times beat. Let's try and do it. Let's try and do it 4/4 times beat, but major. This was a harmonic minor, as you can see. The dominant color is yellow. Now we can change to ad libitum tempo in melodic minor, and then get back to harmonic minor. But I don't have two of these. You will have, but let's pretend that this one is. Alright, so how that would sound. Let's see, we have yellow as dominant color, blue as less dominant, the green is the second color of the smaller area, and the red color is the color of the smallest area, which means we're going to play it in harmonic minor. Blue, it means that we're going to play it piacevole. Green for, I'm sorry, let me check. Green means that we're going to play it mezzo forte, and red is the smallest color, means that we're going to play it legato. This one means that we're going to play 4/4 times beat in major, as red is a dominant. The less dominant one will be green, and it means that we're going to play it viva, which means cheerful. Blue is the second color of the smaller area, which means we're going to play it legato. And the yellow is the smallest one, we are going to play it piano. Then we have a circle, blue circle, that will mean that we will play ad libitum. Green is the color of the first color of the smaller area, which will mean that we're going to play it mezzo forte. Yellow is the color of the second color of the smaller area, means that we're going to play it moderato, and red one will mean that we're going to play it cantabile. So, this one is pretty much the same as this here. Alright, so now we've seen the difference that the position of cubes have made. And having placed the cubes in front of us, we arrive at a system in which it's only necessary to insert the elements in order to obtain a composition as a result. A large number of variations in various compositions can be presented through these cubes, as well as writing them inspired by cubes is much simpler. These inspiring cubes showed in a simple way the connection between mathematical forms and musical composition, helped in understanding parts of it. In conclusion, this product encourages imagination and creativity in both children and adults. Thank you very much.